It's official. First tonight on our news, live at 7. The British Colonial Hilton Hotel reopens today. The Prime Minister calling the historic property more than just an investment in tourism. And the national flag carrier explains cancellations over the weekend. Officials cite weather and airport issues. Details on the affected islands straight ahead. Plus, Christmas cheer is in the air, but so is the risk of crime. Police sergeant shares crucial safety tips for your holiday shopping and a safer season. Then in our news at 7:30, the Prime Minister says his administration will tweak if necessary. We'll tell you the latest plans for the Protection Against Violence bill. Our news live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to our news live at 7. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Candino Knowles. After nearly 2-year hiatus, the iconic British Colonial Hilton Hotel reopened its doors, emerging stronger than ever. The revival isn't just a comeback, it's being described as a beacon of hope for the community with over 200 new job opportunities for Bahamians, and that's just the beginning. Officials are promising a wave of additional opportunities on the horizon. Berthany McDermott attended the ribbon-cutting ceremony, capturing the excitement of revitalization and growth.
Major investments, such as the upgrading of the British Colonial Hotel, bring jobs and other opportunities for Bahamians. With record numbers of tourists arriving on our shores, we also desperately need more rooms to accommodate them.
The hotel boasts of 288 rooms, 18,000 square feet of new meeting space, new restaurants, event spaces, and pools. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper says the $50 million investment will play a major role in the revitalization of downtown Nassau.
It also signifies a promising new chapter in our journey towards progress and prosperity. It heralds the confidence of our stakeholders and our investors in the economy of the Bahamas.
British Colonial Hotel General Manager Dan McDermott said today's event signifies more than just the reopening of the hotel.
In the spirit of unity, we celebrate not just the reopening of one hotel, but a collective effort to enhance the allure of the Bahamas as a premier world destination.
The festivities then followed a ribbon cutting and a Junkanoo rush out. Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right, thanks a lot for that, Berthany. Meanwhile, Bahamas Air grappling with a weekend of cancellations caused by a combination of issues. Minister responsible for the airline, Chester Cooper, citing weather disruptions and critical issues at key Family Island airports, specifically Rock Sound, Eleuthera, Georgetown, Exuma, and Marsh Harbor, Abaco. The minister detailing the impact on travel to and from those islands.
We are working along with the Ministry of Finance to provide additional funding for further enhancements to all of our airports to allow night flying. I think this is an issue for Bahamas Air given its limited capacity in terms of equipment. Having to put all of their routes within daylight time frame sometimes become extremely challenging.
But the challenges don't stop there. Cooper says the national flag carrier has also run into some mechanical issues resulting in some of the planes being grounded.
You would know Bahamas Air has an impeccable track record when it comes to safety. So at the moment, the company is engaged with wet leasing arrangements with an entity out of Florida. And of course, Western Air is providing some support as well.
All right, to continue to follow that story, head over to ournews.bs. In the aftermath of a firearm and dangerous drug seizure in Nassau Village on Sunday, Operation Ceasefire law enforcement officers say they've made significant arrests. Acting on intelligence around 2:30 p.m., officers say they targeted Sampson Street, uncovering a handgun with ammunition and a quantity of suspected marijuana in a vehicle occupied by two men aged 24 and 25. The estimated weight and street value of the drugs remain unknown. Investigations are actively underway. And Prime Minister Philip Davis says he didn't need a United Nations report to tell him of some of the issues facing the administration of justice, but he says he's committed to addressing those issues. The report released last week revealed several deficiencies in the judicial process. National Security Minister Wayne Monroe since pointing out a number of inaccuracies, though. Well, today, Dave is saying the matters are concerning.
For quite a long time, this is a legacy issue that's been plaguing our administration of justice, particularly the criminal side of it, for quite a long time. And we need to address them, and we hope to address them. I'm concerned about it. I didn't need a UN report to tell me some of the issues we have, and we are addressing them as best we can.
The Prime Minister was addressing reporters at the sidelines of the reopening of the British Colonial Hotel. The group, made up of 3 members, visited the Bahamas from November 27 to December 9th. The preliminary report from the United Nations Working Group of Arbitrary Detention report pointed out the need for more state-funded lawyers.
I have to appreciate that we are a country of limited resources. And we have a lot of competing interests to attract our attention for resources. So we are doing what we can within the limit of our resources. And so we hear them, right, and we understand what they're saying, but we also have other responsibilities to discharge, and that requires resources, and we have to be able to share those resources equitably across the spectrum where the need are most crucial.
All right, we've got much more to get to tonight, but for now, it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson, he's standing by in the Weather Center. Greg, happy Monday, happy holidays. I see 69 on the screen, and I am glad about it.
What a difference a day makes.
Hopefully it continues, right?
Yeah, we are in for some really nice weather for the balance of the week. Of course, that frontal boundary that was plaguing us for the last couple of days, but that unsettled with wicked weather, actually. Down in the deep south.
Especially with the intermittent rain over the weekend and the constant off and on.
Actually had like almost 4.5 inches of rain from the time it started.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so we had a lot of rain.
Many roadways were flooded at some point, and
we're in for some nice weather for the next couple of days as a ridge of high pressure is building across us. And as you mentioned, 69 degrees on the outside, few clouds, and those temperatures will continue to drop off. Winds are starting to fall off somewhat. The northwest winds at 9 miles per hour expected to fall off even further, and that will allow our temperatures to fall off. Feels like 68 degrees on the outside, so almost sweater weather if you want to call it that. Temperatures around the islands right now, it's 68 in Freeport, 69 in Marshall, Abaco, where most of that colder air mass is hanging out. 72 in Alistown, Bimini, over in Great Harbour Key, 71. Pick up 68, Nicholstown, Andros, the Big Yard. Governor's Harbour, 72. Down in the central Bahamas, 70 in Kemps Bay, 73 in Arthurstown, Cat Island. Gets a little warmer, 74 in Georgetown, 75 Deadman's Key, Copen Townsend, Salvador, you guys are 76. And down the southeast Bahamas, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. There with 76 Duncantown, Ragged Island, and in Abrahams Bay. Colonel Hill, Cricket Island, and Delectable Bay, you guys are 77. Providenciales, you are a rain cool 73. You have that frontal boundary hanging out in your neighborhood. Matthew Town, Inago, you guys 76 at this hour. Satellite radar composite showing quiet weather across our area. What a change. We have now high pressures building across us. That frontal boundary now hanging out near the extreme southeast Bahamas. Now with Turks and Caicos Islands, you guys are getting some showers and some isolated thunderstorms. That front will continue to sag. It should park itself just to the north of Hispaniola, but we'll keep some showers in the forecast for the southeast Bahamas. But beautiful weather expected for the next several days. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. So look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Thanks, Greg. And still to come on our news, road works without the headache. The Ministry of Works promises a game changer in an upcoming major road project in tonight's Work in Progress segment. And safety alert this holiday. Police sergeant warns it's not just the crowds, the surprising risk this Christmas shopping season when Our News returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up fast.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work.
Roadworks are often a headache for many motorists, but the Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs is promising an upcoming major road project will be different. Joshua Williams explains in tonight's Work in Progress segment.
The road them dig up, dig up, dig up. A popular throwback Bahamian song by Jano D focused on the 2011 roadwork project. It depicted the frustration many drivers face at the time. Fast forward 12 years later and a new major project is set to get underway. The Ministry of Works and Family Island Affairs says it will cost $100 million. Senior engineer responsible for maintenance and construction in the ministry says this time will be different.
New Providence Road Improvement Project was really totally reconstruction of a road that include infrastructure, underground utilities, sidewalks, total reconstruction. What we are doing on this program is just resurfacing, repaving, taking off the old asphalt and milling it.
Clark, however, not ruling out major reconstruction.
Now, mind you, we may be having to do some reconstruction of some of the base material in some locations, but we will be identifying them on a case-by-case situation.
The 2011 roadworks causing many inconvenience for residents with extended periods of diverted traffic. Clark says he doesn't expect that to happen this time.
We don't expect the disruption to be as intrusive as what it was a few years back. And so there will be contractors, private contractors along with the Ministry of Works in-house paving arm that will put in traffic management in place to minimize any type of disruption.
Reporting for Work in Progress for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
All right, thanks a lot, Josh. As Christmas approaches, the joyous season brings heightened excitement and, unfortunately, an increased risk of crime. Police Sergeant Desiree Ferguson, in an interview with Our News this week, giving crucial advice on ensuring your safety during holiday shopping. She says staying vigilant is essential.
We are in the festive season, and as we get closer to Christmas Day, we want to encourage shoppers. You know, they're making the last-minute purchases. So we want to encourage them not to leave valuables in their cars. As they purchase their gifts, we want to ensure that they secure them, maybe in the trunk of their cars, leave them in very inconspicuous places to minimize any incidents of crime.
Sergeant Ferguson says situational awareness is also vital, and she says you might be surprised by another thing that's putting you at risk.
We're seeing persons, once they would have left business establishments, they're looking in their phones or they're distracted by their cell phones. So we want to encourage persons, once you're done shopping, to look up, to not be distracted by your cell phone. Have your keys readily available so that you're able to get into your car safely. We want to encourage persons to park in well-lit areas. Try not to park in obscure view, particularly if you have small vehicles. You don't want to park near trees or other large vehicles so that your view is obscured once you're getting into your vehicle.
Comes back from the break. We turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as the U.S. Defense Secretary in Israel for talks on Gaza as the war continues. This as former U.S. President Donald Trump says he plans the largest deportation in the history of America if reelected. Plus, after mediating talks on a border dispute, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines says Guyana should sleep better after reaching an agreement with Venezuela. When Our News returns.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Hey, welcome home.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin landed in Israel today for talks focusing on Israel's shift from high-intensity conflict in Gaza to a more focused, limited approach. Austin expected to discuss Israel's transition plans with key leaders, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Defense Minister Yoav Gallant. Air Force General Charles C.Q. Brown, the chairman of the U.S. military's Joint Chiefs of Staff, is accompanying Austin on the mission. Secret Service agents swiftly moved U.S. President Joe Biden to safety as a vehicle crashed into a parked SUV within his motorcade. The incident happening as the President and First Lady Joe Biden were leaving campaign headquarters after a meal with re-election team members. Secret Service spokesperson Special Agent Steve Kopech said the motorcade departed without incident. The Wilmington Police Department is investigating the collision, which fortunately did not cause any injuries. Well, in a fiery rally on Sunday, former U.S. President and Republican candidate Donald Trump declared his intention for the, quote, largest deportation in American history, end quote, if reelected in 2024. Trump, speaking in Reno, Nevada, also criticized President Joe Biden as a, quote, low IQ individual and, quote, the worst, most incompetent and most corrupt president in U.S. history. The day before, Trump at a New Hampshire campaign event controversially stated that undocumented immigrants were poisoning the blood of America.
On my first day back in the White House, I will terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration. And I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act to remove all known or suspected gang members, drug dealers, or cartel members from the United States, ending the scourge of illegal alien gang violence once and for all. Joe Biden and the Democrat Party are incapable of solving any problem.
And Southwest Airlines faces a historic $140 million fine from the U.S. Department of Transportation for its 2022 operational meltdown, where over 16,900 flights were canceled during a crucial holiday travel week. The penalty, 30 times larger than any previous airline fine in U.S. history, aims to set a new standard, with the major portion of the compensation to go to affected passengers. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg stated if airlines fail their passengers, we will use the full extent of our authority to hold them accountable. Southwest expressing satisfaction with the settlement, emphasizing improvements in customer service. And St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says talks between the leaders of Venezuela and Guyana over its ongoing border dispute yielded important victories. Gonsalves, who mediated the talks, emphasizes the significance of an agreement against using force. The joint declaration of Argyle commits both nations to resolving controversies through international law. A joint commission has been established for ongoing discussions. And in a heartwarming festive display, Christmas cheer, as you can see there, took to the streets of Caracas and Mexico City as runners donned Santa Claus costumes for lively races on Sunday. Thousands participated in Mexico City's Santa race, including families and even dogs. Meanwhile, Caracas hosted the Santa Ho 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 race, where hundreds enjoyed a foam party to beat the heat. Both events, officials say, aim to promote family bonding and spread holiday joy. Still to come in our news, today in history, find out interesting facts about the day that was December 18th. Then in our news at 7:30, a violent bar altercation leaves one victim critical. Mobile division officers arrest a 44-year-old female suspect. And rising concerns over human smuggling in the northern Bahamas, the police commissioner unveils the global scale as well as details on the joint efforts to combat the growing issue.
Have you heard that sound?
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having Business in a Box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Welcome back to Our News. It's time now to turn our spotlight on events that shaped the day that was December 18th. Take a look. On this day in Bahamian history in 1962, U.S. President John F. Kennedy commenced his visit to the Bahamas, lasting from December 18th to 21st. The purpose was to meet with then British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan to discuss the Skybolt crisis. The meeting resulted in the signing of the Nassau Agreement. On January 19, 2013, a historic marker unveiling took place commemorating the 50th anniversary of JFK's visit, attended by then U.S. Chargé d'Affaires John Dinkelman, Prime Minister Perry Christie, and Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. present. Then in 1984, after a 13-month investigation, the Royal Commission of Inquiry released its report on the drug trade in the Bahamas. The inquiry aimed to uncover any involvement of government officials, including then Prime Minister Lyndon Pindling, in drug trafficking. Pindling had called for the commission in November 1983, prompted by international media reports on the country's drug trade and alleged government corruption. And in 2007, the United Kingdom's Judicial Committee of the Privy Council began a 5-day sitting in Nassau. It was the first time the Privy Council held a sitting outside of London. Well, forget Jack Frost, because this holiday season, McDonald's is celebrating Kerwin Frost. American artist and lifelong McDonald's fan Kerwin Frost wants adults to experience the nostalgia again. He's teaming up with McDonald's to bring back the Buddies for the first time in over 25 years. This time with a fresh new look that pays homage to his Harlem roots. The latest celebrity collaboration from McDonald's, the Kerwin Frost Box, is essentially an adult Happy Meal. Now, it's complete with colorful cardboard box and toy surprise. And while the campaign is not new to North America, it's expanding to the Bahamas. Fans who open the Kerwin Frost Box will experience reimagined McNugget Buddies, which are inspired by Kerwin's childhood. Through the Buddies and mix and match outfits, you'll get to experience that nostalgia. All right, sounds exciting. To watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. It's going to do it for us in News at 7. Joining us now is Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia, when I saw that story today, it really did
reflecting
take me
earlier.
I was telling you about my first Happy Meal. Yeah. I remember getting it. So
you want to share that age?
I think my mom says I was 3.
3, yeah.
I remember because she would take me downtown and on her lunch break, and we would go, and she was telling me about that and how much lunch dates we had and how much Happy Meals I had. So seeing that story today was quite nostalgic.
Yeah. So great. And Ken, I understand a little birdie said you started your Christmas prep.
I did.
Weekend.
Mom, my brother and I, we went and we bought a Christmas tree for the weekend. So
did you get like the real Christmas tree?
We did. So the trimming is supposed to start tonight. So I'm going to head over there and
tradition.
Get my ornament on the tree.
Okay. I love it. I'm so happy you started preparing, and hopefully you already got my gift. Well, a violent bar altercation, one victim critical, and rising concerns over human smuggling in the northern Bahamas. Here are your latest headlines.
First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, tweaking the bill. The nation's leader says government is open to addressing concerns surrounding the Protection Against Violence bill, plus a serious crime. A 44-year-old woman behind bars tonight following a stabbing incident in the capital. Also, the police chief says human smuggling is now a big business across the world. And later, back in business. After nearly 2 years, the British Colonial Hotel is back. The grand opening taking place today. The full story when Our News Live at 7:30 returns.
Paradise Games has a new address. That's right, the game has changed. New address, but same great games and services. Right now, type in www.pggames.com. I'm talking lotto, casino, and sportsbook. All you have to do is use your Paradise Games account number, change your PIN, and log back in. Type in www.pggames.com today. It pays to play in Paradise.
I'm Michaela Kerr. I'm an 18-year-old freshman at the University of the Bahamas, and I'm a computer science major. I'm also the NT Corporation's Youth Ambassador for the Environment, and I'm an environmentalist. My journey as the environmental advocate began with a simple yet profound realization that our environment is degrading right in front of my eyes. And being NT's Youth Ambassador for the Environment means that my words and my actions hold the power to help change the environment and the world around me. I find it exciting that I can be a student, live my life, and use my words and my voice to change the environment and world around me. Most times I think it's a privilege. It's our environment and it's our generation to own. I don't think as a young person that there's anything more rewarding than being a part of bringing awareness. I'm Michaela Kerr, and I'm making a difference in my own words.
And I think we've had an impact.
Songwriter and
about people, not property. When you work with us, you're not just getting an expert agent.
You're getting somebody who cares about every detail of the process. Whether you're looking to buy your first investment property
or searching for a home, from start to finish,
we're here to help you get it done because we're more than a real estate company.
We're better.
How much do I owe you?
Welcome to our news. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Italia Hall. Well, Prime Minister Philip Davis says government will look and fix concerns surrounding the recently passed Protection Against Violence bill to address gender-based violence. Earlier this year, both the House of Assembly and the Senate passed the legislation. However, advocacy groups for women are now pushing for a comprehensive bill to address gender-based violence.
We would be looking at those things that needs attention. The bill was passed. If there's need to amend or tweak, we will. But as far as we're concerned, at the time we passed it, it had sufficient, enough wide consultation, and we're satisfied with what was done then.
Well, Mobile Division officers arresting a 44-year-old woman connected to an early morning stabbing at a Grove community bar. Police say it was around 1:30 a.m. on Monday when a dispute between the suspect and another woman escalated, resulting in the suspect stabbing two victims. Police say a 23-year-old female is in critical condition with wounds to the left arm and stomach, while a 28-year-old receives superficial wounds to the left forearm. Investigations are underway. Well, a man is awaiting sentencing following his conviction for the 2018 murder of Alvin Strawn. Jurors convicted William Etienne of killing Strawn in the front of witnesses at the FML web shop on Balfour Avenue and East Street following a trial before Justice Franklin Williams KC. According to an eyewitness, Strawn was sitting at the front of the computer at the web shop on August 24th when Etienne accused him of insulting his mother. Strawn denied saying anything offensive about Etienne's mother and begged for his life before he was shot multiple times. Etienne, who represented himself, insisted that he was the victim of mistaken identity. Although he admitted that he frequented the web shop, he returns to court on February 8th for the penalty phase of his trial. Kenny Thompson was the prosecutor. Well, in recent weeks, we've seen a number of migrants apprehended in the northern Bahamas. For some, it raises concern of an increase in human smuggling. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando revealing that human smuggling is becoming a big business across the world. And as a result, the Royal Bahamas Police Force is working closely with their U.S. counterparts to curb the issue. Fernando also described the type of people who are usually behind the crime.
You find that individuals who are involved in the drugs trade, the trafficking of firearms, they are the same players that involved now in human smuggling. you were seeing that in a big way.
While the commissioner says despite this growing concern, they have a plan.
And that's why they're in custody now. The plan is working. And, we are wide open. We are so wide open as a country, how we are set up, the borders, and so much entry in and out. But some of our main players are Bahamians who are assisting these smugglers. And it's big business. It's $1 million business, more than the drug trade right now.
All right, well, chilly temperatures outside the Our News studios this evening. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is live in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg, it's pretty cold outside. I said earlier, it feels like we're in Freeport.
You always talking about Freeport having these so we're going to give it to you here now.
All right, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, 69 degrees outside right now, and it's going to drop even further. Few clouds, the winds out of the northwest, and that's bringing in the cold, cooler air mass across the northern islands. Feels like temperature is a cool 67 degrees. Satellite radar composite quiet across the northwest and central Bahamas, high pressure and a drier and cool air mass building across us. There's a front that's still basically parked across the southeast Bahamas, generating some showers and some thunderstorms across the Turks and Caicos Islands as well as Inagua. We expect that front to continue to sag south, and high pressure will invade the entire chain, so we're looking at some very nice weather over the next couple of days. That's your first quick check on weather conditions around the island. Stick with us. I'll look at your extended forecast as to look at.
Still to come on Our News, back in business. The British Colonial Hotel is now open after some 2 years. Our Bercy McDermott has more coming up. Plus, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The holiday fair at the R.M. Bailey Park returns. Our Marlena Leonard visits the pop-up market. Also, Junkanoo in Paradise taking place at the Atlantis Theater over the weekend. Our Danielle Miller was there. The full story when Our News continues.
Hey, welcome home.
Once I had a gal, she called me pain. Left me in the cold and pouring rain. So I decided to put her down. I took a trip to Cowboy Town.
Doctors Hospital is reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. Your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new, modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnosis and true personalized treatment begin. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshos.com.
Blanket, Binda, what you doing now? This is all painted town red Christmas sale, and in keeping with our team, I'm painting everything red, all the parking lot, all the facade, them. I paint everything red. What you got painted so far? Oh, I start yet. Mother flip. Everything will be painted red, and all up in the front here will be painted red because everything will be on sale. See all them slabs over there? On sale. Look inside. All the tile them on sale. I tell you that. All the SPC flooring on sale. The only thing not on sale is the tin set and grout, because that will never be on sale. But it's gonna be a red hot Christmas sale. I tell you that. Now, Bender, where you going with that? Bender, where you going with that? Bender, don't skylark my Bender. The town red Christmas sale now on till December 24th. Oh.
This season, set your table with custom holiday accessories from Executive Printers. Browse our selection of tumblers, coasters, placemats, tea.
After being closed for nearly 2 years, the British Colonial Hotel is back and better than ever, providing more than 200 job opportunities for Bahamians. Bercy McDermott was there for the ribbon cutting today.
Major investments, such as the upgrading of the British Colonial Hotel, bring jobs and other opportunities for Bahamians. With record numbers of tourists arriving on our shores, we also desperately need more rooms to accommodate them.
The hotel boasts of 288 rooms, 18,000 square feet of new meeting space, new restaurants, event spaces, and pools. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Chester Cooper says the $50 million investment will play a major role in the revitalization of downtown Nassau.
It also signifies a promising new chapter in our journey towards progress and prosperity. It heralds the confidence of our stakeholders and our investors in the economy of the Bahamas.
British Colonial Hotel General Manager Dan McDermott said today's event signifies more than just the reopening of the hotel.
In the spirit of unity, we celebrate not just the reopening of one hotel, but a collective effort to enhance the allure of the Bahamas as a premier world destination.
The festivities then followed a ribbon cutting and a Junkanoo rush out. Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
All right, thanks so much for that, Berthany. Well, Christmas shopping is in full swing and vendors are once again selling their goods on the R.M. Bailey Park. Our Marlena Leonard visiting the pop-up market and spoke with vendors.
Karen Brown has been setting up her seasonal pop-up tent in R.M. Bailey Park for the past 15 years.
I started out doing seasonal items to help pay children's school fees, would you believe it? Yes, I started out, and after retirement, I just do this full time now.
But she says this year is different, and it has to do with the timeline. Now, most years this market would have been ready for the second week of December, but because of last week's bad weather, some vendors are still setting up, and for the ones who are ready, today is day one.
A lot of vendors chose not to come out because of the weather. We had a lot of rain. Wind. The wind was gusting so much, so tents, they really blow. We actually had one or two. Even my back tent had gotten broken.
Still, the vendors are well stocked with gifts this year. Brown has this advice on the best times to come to shop.
People usually tend to come in late. They come in after work hours, or sometimes after the mall is closed. That's when we get the rush of people coming in. But during the day, it's usually just trickling one by one.
And Brown says the benefits of shopping local are numerous.
It's easy, it's convenient, you could see what you want. You could come in, pick up what you want, you make sure it's working when you order online. If something comes and it has a fault, you cannot return it. You don't have the extra custom duties, VAT. No VAT is on our goods over here, so, and you could always strike up a bargain.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
When our news comes back from the break, a Bahamian musician collaborating with the Roots Junkanoo group to put on Junkanoo in Paradise at the Atlantis Theater.
Meet VJ Edgecombe, and we sit down with the B3A's president to speak about the year that was in track and field. I'll be right back with our sports.
And extremely cool temperatures in the capital to start off the work week. Greg is back with your extended weather when our news returns. Stay with us.
This season, set your table with custom holiday accessories from Executive Printers. Browse our selection of tumblers, coasters, placemats, keychains, mugs, and don't forget the calendars. You can even design your own personalized items with a quick turnaround time. We are located at 53 Jerome Avenue, opposite National Plumbing. Call 393-5011 or email us at sales@epbahamas.com or check us out on Facebook.
Have you heard about Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back? Get up to 20% off your toys or bicycles, electronic ride-on cars, four-wheelers, and motor tricycle purchases. All electrical item sales are final. Bring in a current year Janae's back-to-school purchase receipt, valued more than $50 excluding VAT, and get an additional 10% off. Restrictions apply. And don't forget the Christmas decorations, balls, and ornaments. Janae's Chesapeake Road's 5 days of Christmas give back going on now. Extended store hours till 7 p.m. Hurry in and get more bang for your bucks.
Have you heard that sound? It's the sound of us. Since our origins, we burst music. Our sounds mix together. So let us hear your sound too. Your sound of passion, of joy, of friendship. The sound of your style and the beat of your night. It's time to play together the sound of Guinness, the sounds of greatness.
Home is where my journey began, where my dreams found their roots. It's in every step I take, a dance of connection to my heritage and this land.
Home is the people who shape your soul. It's the laughter of those you love that help you see the magic in life's simplest gifts.
Home has seen me through life's challenges. Is where I found the strength to overcome adversity, where I turned pain into purpose.
In every stitch and every shared moment, the spirit of Bahama handprints and the spirit of home live on. Cherish your own definitions of home and explore the beauty of Bahama handprints.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We meet VJ Edgecombe and sit down with the president of the Bahamas Amateur Athletic Association. Here's Sasha Lightbourne with a check on sports. Sasha?
Thanks, Italia. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sasha Lightbourne, back with a brand new week of sports. You may not have heard the name VJ Edgecombe before, but he's a 6'5" guard playing at a local high school in New York, hailing right from our beautiful shores.
Season's been going great so far. I feel comfortable with my team. I feel like we can go very far. You know, we can make it to nationals. We can do everything. So I feel like, the team is great.
That's VJ Edgecombe. He's a shooting guard that plays for Long Island Lutheran High School in New York and a Bahamian hailing all the way from Bimini. VJ was home for the weekend playing in Hoop Fest in Paradise. He led his team to 2-0. He had this advice for others interested in taking their hoops talents to the next level.
Keep your head down, keep working, to be honest. Opportunity is going to be blessed. You're going to be blessed with opportunities, so let's take every opportunity, capitalize on everything. Just continue working hard. Everything ain't going to go your way, but, just to stay focused. I feel like that's the main thing, staying focused and not getting distracted.
And his ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to make it to the NBA. Not just to make it, but to stay in the NBA, to be honest. That's the main thing for me, feeding my family and taking care of my parents, retiring my mom and everything. So.
Moving over to the track, the Bahamas had a great showing during this year's Carifta Games. It was a highlight for Bahamas Amateur Athletics Association President Tramico Archer, who sat down for a brief conversation about 2023.
From a production standpoint, I thought that we were able to deliver world-class production in terms of the delivery of the event. But I think that the greatest moment for the Bahamas was to see a wonderful showing of our Bahamian athletes. I think that this was the best performance we've had in 39 years of the Carifta history in the Bahamas.
That's B3A's President Tramico Archer talking about this year's Carifta Games held right here at home. He also spoke about athletes who came from Grand Bahama and Abaco to maintain their athletic lifestyle.
And one such person was a young man by the name of Clinton Laguerre. He was from Abaco. His home was decimated in the storm, and he came to Nassau, was able to get a free education. He graduated from SAC, and now he is off to university.
And looking forward to next year, the World Relays return, May 4th and 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium.
It's a shared dream for the country. I think that this was an opportunity from its inception in 2014 for the Bahamas to really be able to demonstrate that we can produce an event at world-class standard like any other country in the world. And so for us, we see this as the Super Bowl of track and field.
That does it for our sports today. I'm Sasha Lightbourne. Have a great evening, everyone.
When our news comes back from the break, we give you a taste of Junkanoo in paradise at the Atlantis Theater and cool temperatures in the capital on this Monday. Wondering what else is to come? Well, Greg is back with your extended weather right after this quick break.
Get ready for a December full of festive fun and surprises with Our News Weekend. Introducing Holly's Holiday Hunt, where excitement, surprises, and prizes collide. Meet Holly, the lovable star of Our News Weekend giveaways. Here's how to join in on the merry madness and win a number of fantastic prizes from fantastic partners. On Thursdays and Fridays throughout December, tune into Our News at 7 and 7:30 p.m. It's your mission to hunt for Holly in one of the news stories. Simply join the Our News Bahamas Facebook live stream and be the first to tell us the name of the story where Holly appeared. Winners will be announced every Saturday and Sunday during Our News Weekend. So keep your eyes peeled. You could be one of our winners. Join Holly's Holiday Hunt and unwrap the joy exclusively on Our News Weekend. Happy holidays and happy hunting.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Don't spend hours sending individual messages to your customers. Use SMS messaging instead. With Cable Bahamas Business Solutions SMS messaging, you can send personalized messages to hundreds or even thousands of recipients instantly. It's quick, effortless, and cost-effective. Plus, it ensures that your messages are delivered directly to your customers' cellular phones, guaranteeing higher engagement. Save time and boost your outreach with SMS bulk messaging. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions at 601-8911 in Nassau or 602-8811 in the Family Islands.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Embrace technology and the digital transformation for better business results. For small business owners, it's essential to understand how technology can affect operational efficiencies. Modern communication relies on technology, and your customer service depends on communication. With proper tools like our fixed and mobile services, we help you stay connected. For solutions that work, ask the experts. Call Cable Bahamas Business Solutions.
In what we do at Best Brew, it really doesn't end when the customer purchases our product. We offer specialty coffee, tea, spices, and brewing equipment. We do a lot of our orders via website. We actually have the mobile service and the phone service and the internet. So having business in a box really kind of brought everything together for us and helps us to be able to provide the customer services that we pride ourselves on.
Welcome back to our news. Get your sweaters out as temperatures are cool in the capital. Greg is back in the weather center with your extended forecast. Greg, just before we get to weather, I know Christmas is only about a week away. Did you start your Christmas shopping already?
We'll do that this week.
Okay, I don't know if you know, we have a little secret Santa going on.
I heard that.
Kendino started on the weekend preparing for Christmas, so, you know.
Get the gifts. Get the gifts.
All right, Greg.
But before we get to the weather, you mentioned the sweater weather. Yes. I heard Nate in the Master Control talking about sweater weather, and then he mentioned something about you need the fluffy. Nate, you got to tell me what the fluffy is, man. I need to find that out. As soon as I get out here, I'm going to find out what the fluffy is.
Master Control's business. Yeah. Let's get to weather.
Nice across the area. High pressure system is building across most of the islands. We still have a front boundary near the southeast Bahamas, and that's going to provide some isolated showers and thunderstorms across that area. That front will continue to sag. It should hang out near the northern coast of Hispaniola. So southeastern islands as well as the Turks and Caicos could see some isolated showers through tomorrow as well. But eventually the high will slide out towards the east. That will eventually push this front out. And we're looking for some nice weather conditions for the balance of the week temperature-wise. But that high is going to strengthen, so we're looking at some increasing winds once again starting on Tuesday late and into Wednesday, Thursday. So we may be back up to advisory levels. The seas are going to be slow to subside once you take the boat out there. Taking a look at our future forecast, we have that moisture still with the front boundary across the southeast Bahamas. That will remain in place. As I mentioned, high pressure will dominate. We're looking at a dry weather pattern across the area, and temperatures will hang out in the 70s for a couple of days before we start to see a warm up by the weekend as those winds turn more towards the east to southeast by that time frame. Taking a look at a boating forecast for the northwest and central Bahamas, small craft use some caution, but an advisory for the Atlantic exposures. Northwest and northerly winds, 15 knot seas, 3 to 5 feet, but up to 8 feet along those Atlantic exposures. High tide will be at, we are at low tide. High tide will be at 34 minutes past midnight. Your low tide, next low tide will be at 6:43. For the southeast Bahamas, caution fly for you guys down there as well. Also an advisory on the Atlantic side. Northwest and north winds, 15 to 20 knot seas, 4 to 6, but they will be building up to 8 feet along those Atlantic exposures. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In your extended forecast, beautiful conditions. We have a secondary front coming through. Not much weather associated with that tomorrow, but that will be a reinforcing shot of the cool air. And we're looking at those temperatures staying in the 70s. Sweater weather, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Back to you.
Yeah. Sweater weather. That's the words for the day. Well, the first showing of Junkanoo in Paradise Stage, premiering at the Atlantis Theater over the weekend. The Bahamian show produced by well-known musician Fred Ferguson in collaboration with the Roots Junkanoo group. Our Danielle Miller was there as visitors and locals rush to grab their seats. Let's take a look.
Lights, camera, action. One of the greatest shows on earth taking over the Atlantis Theater stage on Saturday night. Junkanoo in Paradise is the first of its kind, a heart-pounding musical incorporating comedy and drama, taking spectators on a visual ride through the history of Junkanoo.
Not only young faces, but young artists, you know, inside the orange economy. I see Trey and all of those. I didn't know he could act and sing. And so it's amazing to see that they are being exposed other aspects of the orange economy that will allow them to even grow even stronger.
Packed with tourists, locals, and influential community figures, the consensus among the audience was unanimous. The show is an absolute must-see.
At the end, I just wanted to just jump out of that seat and just get involved and get right in it.
To see them on the stage here at Atlantis in a big production that centers Junkanoo and the spirit of Junkanoo, as well as our culture for an international audience, as well as local consumption, is something that will make them legends over time if we continue to encourage and create stages like this.
The show was amazing. I mean, I love Junkanoo. And so for there to be a show in the Bahamas that encapsulates the essence and the culture and the beauty and the drama of Junkanoo is amazing.
The history and the story of Junkanoo, and I love Bahamas and the music. I wanted to dance.
You know, it started as a really crazy idea of bringing Roots Junkanoo Group into the resort in a way that's sort of different from it's historically been presented. And we got Fred Ferguson, who's a brilliant musician and producer, to produce Junkanoo in Paradise, and he brought along a team of phenomenal Bahamian directors and choreographers, etc. And they created an amazing show with an all-Bahamian cast. So it's very exciting. Junkanoo in Paradise is meant to run in 2 seasons for the year, so it'll run about 3 months now through the end of March, and then hopefully come back for a summer run.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, great report, Danielle. And of course, to see that story again, you can visit ournews.bs. And with that, we thank you for joining us for Our News tonight. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Talia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.